Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Guys, I have to keep making the videos so I can keep myself in check. Like, I don't eat hot dogs, I do not drink sodas, and I do not smoke cigarettes. I don't eat fast food, period. I don't eat convenience store food, period. Takis. I don't eat garbage Doritos, and I have eaten those things in the past, but I haven't eaten that kind of food in probably 5 to 10 years. I stopped drinking sodas about maybe 5 years ago. Yeah, so I've been influenced by the program for um, probably 20 years of my 50 years on this earth. So yeah, I've been influenced by the program heavily. I would go out, fast, detox, then I go back in, go back, go out, then go back in. I'm out all the way now, guys. After COVID, when I realized when they was trying to take us out during COVID, guys, I was like, nah, I couldn't rock with them. I knew then that the Matrix had turned up. I knew then that the Matrix was showing her ass. I knew then that the Matrix was trying to pull the wool over everybody's eyes. But it didn't work. It didn't work, guys. The 1% that held out, the 1% that held out, they saved this country. But you might disagree with that. You might disagree with that. So let's go on to another topic. Anyway, guys, like I said before, guys, the program is violent. The Matrix is violent. And like I said before, the violence or the nature of violence can manifest in many, many ways. So when people think of violence, they only think of, physical violence, physical threats, physical harm. That's what people think of when they think of violence. But violence can manifest itself in many ways. If you neglect somebody, that is really an act of violence. You didn't have to do it yourself, but if you neglect them in a way that causes them pain and suffering, that is an act of violence. Even if you're not intentionally, physically trying to hurt them, but it could hurt them, that's still considered an act of violence, guys. It's still considered an act of violence. It's negligence. It's negligence. I think in law, that's what they call it, negligence. When there's a hazardous situation, you know that somebody could get hurt by your behavior or by your negligence, and you do not try to correct it. That can either be considered manslaughter, second-degree murder, or what's the other one? It's another one where it's like unintentional or something like that. But anyway, guys, so the Matrix knows that if it can program you to eat like a savage, if it can program you to live your life in a stressed out, unorthodox, barbaric way, that it can control you like that. It can control your whole life and keep you in panic mode. Even the way the streets are made with the red lights, those red lights create anxiety for people. It has been proven that streets with fewer lights have less accidents and create less anxiety and stress. If a person had, that's why people like getting on the freeway. The freeway is less stressful. It's more peaceful. You don't have people darting in and out the street, pedestrians running around in and out the street, bicycles. You don't have to deal with that. That's why the freeway is a safer and more peaceful way to travel. But even the way the traffic lights are made in this country is still stressful. It creates anxiety, it creates anger, it creates road rage. That's how it is. Because in your mind, your brain, the way your brain works, no one wants to get stopped at a light. Everyone wants to make the light. Especially if you're a low vibrating state of mind, you hate lights. I used to be like that. And I still don't like lights. They're still aggravating and annoying. I know we have to have them, but we really don't. I've been in cities where they have very few lights. And it was so peaceful and graceful to drive through the city. They had some roundabouts or, whatever they had in there, but they didn't have a whole bunch of lights. And the lights they did have, they were synchronized. But traffic lights literally take time out of your life every day. Hold on, guys. Okay, here we go, guys. A study by TomTom found that the average person spent about 20 minutes per day waiting at red lights, which don't seem like a lot of time. It depends on how much driving you're doing. If you're like a driver, like a delivery driver, you probably spend up to 45 minutes a day at a traffic light. The average person is not delivering. They're not driving for a living. 20 minutes per day waiting at traffic lights, which adds up to about 6 months of your lifetime. So for a delivery driver, it probably adds up to more like a year of your lifetime. The National Association of City Transportation Officials say that the average wait time at a red light is 75 seconds, which can account for around 20% of driving time. The average person spends a significant amount of their lifetime waiting at red lights, according to recent studies. The average individual will spend approximately 6 months of their lifetime waiting traffic lights to change from red to green. I'm telling you, man, that's stupid. All it is creating stress. That's all it is. Because you're sitting at this light and you're getting anxious. Your blood pressure may be going up. You're getting a little bit nervous. Boom, green light. And you go, ooh, yeah, thank you, Lord. And then you go, and then the next one, then it's red. More anxiety. You gotta wait for that one to turn. Oh my God, how long is it gonna take? Oh my God, I'm gonna be here for all day. Oh my God, can you please cross the street? Lord have mercy, I'm gonna be here all day long. It's only been like a minute or two, but 1 or 2 minutes at a light is a long time. So then it turned green. Woo, yeah, thank you, Lord. And you go, and then here come another one. Man, I'm telling you, that's stressful. That is stressful. Nobody have time for that, guys. All right, guys, so let's see. Okay, guys, so let's go back to the other part. So anyway, guys, so like I was saying, you have to manage your life in a way that's less stressful. Like when I used to go to work, when I worked at 9 to 5, I would leave 2 hours early to get to work so I can avoid the traffic. And I just wanted to avoid the traffic. I did not like sitting in traffic. It was just a pain in the butt. Then people have accidents trying to get to these $3, $5 an hour jobs, these minimum wage jobs. They're having accidents. They stressed out. They running late because they had to get the kids ready for school. Everybody running late. People got to stop and get their coffee. It's just stressful. So I used to leave early, way early, to get to work. And when I got off, I waited until the traffic died down to go back home, because it was crazy. I hated it. So if you are accustomed to traffic, trust me, you are aging faster. You are aging faster. Hold on, guys. So here we go, guys. It says, according to INRIX, the average U.S. driver lost 51 hours to traffic congestion in 2022, which is about an hour per week. You spend an hour per week in traffic, and that's in a mile city, because you can easily spend 30 minutes a day. So that's like 30. You can easily spend an hour a day in traffic, 30 minutes coming and 30 minutes going if you in rush hour. So you can easily spend 3 hours a week in traffic. So I don't know where they get the hour per week from. Anyway, it says, however, some cities have worse traffic than others, with drivers in Philadelphia spending an average of 114 hours in traffic congestion in 2022, and drivers in Boston spend the most time in congested commutes. So yeah, guys. So I'm saying, so when you look at life in general, this level of stress, guys, creates trauma to the mind, to the body. It creates trauma, but you don't see it because it happens so slowly. You don't see the stress. But if you ever got into an environment where you did not have to deal with traffic, and chaos, and hysteria, and white noise and road noise, if you ever got into an environment, you would immediately tell the difference. You was like, oh my God, I cannot believe it. I do not want to go back. And when you go back, man, you almost have a panic attack. If you ever get out the city, you will realize that you have been programmed to deal with organized chaos and traffic and noise and sirens and horns blowing. Your brain get accustomed to it, which is stressful. That's stress. Once your stress level goes up, it stays elevated because it's preparing for more nonsense and chaos the next morning. So when you're preparing for work the next morning, your mind is preparing for stress. It is preparing for stress. 8 hours of drama, stress, and random situations. So anyway, guys, so those are, like I was saying, is that those are ways that the Matrix push violence on you. And they're very subtle, like traffic lights and traffic and road rage and police, even just the presence of police officers creates stress to the mind, because they know how violent that can get really fast. Just like you see a dog creates stress. That creates stress. So all these artificial stimuli that your brain have to get accustomed to and have to navigate through every day creates stress in your life. And it makes you become a more bitter person. It causes you to smoke. It causes you to drink alcohol. It causes you to live an unhealthy lifestyle. You eat bad. All these things add up because the matrix is violence. And violence is anything that causes your body to give a negative reaction. That's violence. It's something like force feeding somebody. If you force feed somebody that don't want to be fed, that's violence. You ramming a tube down their throat and putting some kind of liquid nutrient in their stomach. That's violence. So if you are forced to go to work, forced to drive in traffic, forced to deal with toxic coworkers, That's violence. Everything you do is under the threat of losing it all. That's violence. Okay, guys, keep your life clean, keep your mind clean, keep your body clean. Guys, I hope you received the message, guys. I know I'm long-winded, I ramble a little bit, I stutter a little bit, I'm all over the place, but you get the message. No one likes traffic. No one likes red lights. No one likes chaos. You get accustomed to those things. The baby starts crying because he wants to be in a warm, comfortable environment. Okay, yes, you adapt to it. Yes, but you don't adapt to something to your detriment. That's like the deers. The deers, yes, they're used to country, woods, and grass, but they had to adapt to cities. So now they get to adapt to it. They have adapted to noise like horns blowing and cars and stuff. So that don't scare them anymore. But they still eat the same type of food. They didn't start eating fast food. See, so that's what I'm saying. When I say that violence comes in different forms. Even when you go to school, that's a form of violence, even at school. Because you don't know what psychopathic bully you have to deal with. The stress of homework. When you get home, you got to do homework. That's violence. And let me tell you something I'll tell you another video. Okay, guys. Contraband 777. I'm signing off, guys. Download and deploy your anti-malware software. Guys, debug and unplug from the matrix. Guys, from the matrix? Yes. Guys, drink plenty of water, spring water, to flush out the chemicals, the poisons, and the toxins that's in the food supply. You're being poisoned by glyphosate, astrazine, and it's another one called Klimquat. It was something like that. I'm finding out what the name of it. It's three. It's another chemical I just found out about. It's three deadly chemicals that everybody is microdosing on at an alarming rate because it's in all the food. It's in all the food, guys, and it's in a lot of the water. So, guys, oh my God, let me stop. All right, guys, until next time, go and conquer yourself. Peace.